What's happening, Houston? Welcome to the weigh-ins. We're back, baby. How about a nice round of applause for Ariane, Brittany, Luciana, Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, the matchmakers extraordinaire, and Dana White. Without him, none of this would be possible. We got a fantastic card for you, folks, and we kick things off on UFC Fight Pass in the lightweight division. Christos Giagos versus Sean Soriano. Official weight, 156 for Mr. Soriano. And his opponent, Christos Giagos. Official weight, 156. Of the night, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Soriano and Christos Giagos. The next fight takes place in the Featherweight division. Kevin Aguilar versus Tucker Lutz. First on the scale, Tucker Lutz, official weight 146. And his opponent, Kevin Aguilar. Official weight 145 for Mr. Aguilar. Kevin Aguilar and Tucker Lutz, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the women's flyweight division. Gina Mazzani versus Priscilla Capoeira. Priscilla Capoeira, official weight 126. And her opponent, Gina Mazzani. Official weight 126. Priscilla Capoeira and Gina Mazzani, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we move to the prelims on ESPN. We kick things off in the women's flyweight division. Andrea Lee versus Antonina Shevchenko. 186. Andrea Lee and Antonina Shevchenko, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the middleweight division. Jordan Wright versus Jamie Pickett. Official weight 186 for Mr. Pickett. And his opponent, Jordan Wright. Official weight 186. Jamie Pickett and Jordan Wright, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the featherweight division. Lando Venata versus Mike Grundy. Official weight 146 for Mr. Grundy. And his opponent, Lando Venata. Official weight 146 for Mr. Venata. Mike Grundy and Lando Venata, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight is the feature bout in the UFC ESPN Prelim. In the middleweight division, Jacare Souza versus Andre Muniz. Official weight 186 for Mr. Muniz. His opponent, Jacare Souza. Official weight 186 for Jacare. Andre Muniz and Jacare Souza, ladies and gentlemen. Next we move to the main card. Live on pay-per-view, we kick things off in the featherweight division. Shane Burgos versus Edson Barboza. versus Viviana Araujo. Viviane Araujo, official weight 126. And her opponent, Caitlin Chukagian. Official weight 126. Viviane Araujo and Caitlin Chukagian, ladies and gentlemen. Next fight takes place in the Bantamweight division. Matt Schnell versus Rogerio Bontorin. Official weight 137. Mr. Bontorin has missed weight. 20% of his purse will go to Matt Schnell. And his opponent, Matt Schnell. Official weight 136 for Mr. Schnell. Rogerio Bontorin versus Matt Schnell, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight is the co-main event of the evening. In the lightweight division, Tony El Kokui Ferguson versus Vanille Dariush. Official weight 156 for Mr. Dariush. And his opponent, the former UFC interim lightweight champion of the world, El Kokui Tony Ferguson. Official weight 156. Vanille Dariush and Tony Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has all the skills. He stands here today as one of the greatest fighters in the world.
I want to say it was my last fight.
You go out the way you wanted to as the undisputed UFC lightweight champion.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, the UFC lightweight champ, has made it official.
To walk away at 29-0.
We're all lucky that we got to see him fight. He's ready to retire. I think he's done. I don't think he'll come back.
The door opening to go into the UFC finally came open at the exact right time. We couldn't have scripted it better. Coming into the lightweight division as Khabib unexpectedly retires. Do I deserve a title shot after one fight in the UFC? I don't know, but I know I said yes when it was offered to me. And if people don't like that, eventually I will wear them down for them to say, okay, that Michael Chandler guy, I kind of like him. Okay, he deserves to be champion.
Oh! Big knockdown for Michael Chandler! Michael Chandler! Maximizing the debut!
In typical Michael Chandler fashion, I walked him down, knocked him out. We got our hand raised.
Surprise, surprise! There's a new king in the lightweight division, so beat me if you can. See you at the top.
And now we're gonna get UFC gold.
He set the record for total submission wins in the UFC in 2018.
He's never out of line. He's never out of position, never out of balance. He's just one of the best fighters to watch for. Pure technique.
He is a lightweight contender on a serious rise.
Tava vindo de 7 vitórias seguidas. Ou eu nocauteava ou finalizava.
Oh, gonna wash that neck. He's gonna
Oliveira forces the tap.
Os caras me deram um cara que falava que era um bicho papão e eu falava que não era tudo isso.
Look at Oliveira just beating Tony Ferguson up. Oh! We're looking at a young contender coming into his prime.
Falei, me assista, vou chocar o mundo. E a gente vai lá e faz isso. Eu mandei um recado pra divisão.
trying for another submission, and there is the tap. He continues to pile onto his record.
Now I'm gonna get in his face early. I'm gonna make him feel my power from that first exchange. Second guess his gumption to want to actually win that UFC title.
Oh, it's over. That's why you paid the big bucks for Michael Chandler.
Fez grandes lutas lá, é um cara duro, é um cara que faz acontecer, só que a gente tava falando de UFC, é uma nova história, né?
There's the tap! Charles Oliveira does it again!
Esse cara vai cair sentado dobrado no primeiro round na minha frente.
Oh! Charles Duprox Oliveira doesn't wrap him up. He knocks him out.
He's had a lot of fights inside the UFC octagon, but he's never fought a man like me. I can't wait to get inside there and compete. I believe I'm gonna put his lights out and then get that belt around my waist.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the World, Mike Chandler! Official weight 155. And his opponent, Charles Oliveira. Official weight 155. All right, I'm here with Mike Chandler. Mike, this has been a very rapid and fantastic rise to the top of the lightweight division. One fight in, you got a title shot. Give us your thoughts on how tomorrow night goes down.
Let's go. There's only one way to do this. Charles Oliveira is going to meet me in the center of the octagon. We're going to put on a great show for the fans here in Houston, Texas. God bless. I'll see you at the top.
Good luck to you, sir. Michael Chandler, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Charles Oliveira. You have had an incredible win streak in the lightweight division, and finally, you get a shot at the title. Please give us your thoughts on this moment and what it means to fight Michael Chandler tomorrow night.
Teve uma grande corrida até chegar aqui e finalmente você tem sua chance de lutar pelo título. Fala para nós seu pensamento sobre essa noite.
Olha só, a luta ela corre nas minhas veias. Eu estou pronto mentalmente, fisicamente. Amanhã vai ser um grande show, vocês podem ter certeza, a vitória é nossa.
Fighting runs in my veins. It's in my heart and my mind. Tomorrow it's going to be a great show.
Charles Oliveira, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Houston. We will see you all tomorrow night.